Yo, Wagwan, it's that guy. Not Locks, it's Not Nation. Happy to say that we ran out and sold out of the Not Nation bandanas over on the merch shop. I'll be working on getting some. New colors in. I'd be interested to know what colors you guys are looking at for the next bandana release. Definitely still have lots of Tams and swim caps and t-shirts available on the merch shop, so link down below if you guys are interested in any of this sort of clothing swagger. Today I'm feeling great, feeling fantastic, feeling like I want to do a dread review on Mr. Cam Newton. Freeform lock update on the NFL player, so make sure you stay tuned, stay subscribed, because this is Not Nation. Yep, we're back here doing the grind. I was having a little bit of computer issues over the past few days, but it seems to be running okay now. Apparently there's a thing in the astrology stars called Mercury retrograding, and it's like a period of time when technology just doesn't work as smoothly. Myself, my life revolves around technology. My job, my career, my business revolves around technology, and when this sort of stuff is in the air, and it kind of makes technical difficulties a lot. Has anyone heard of this? This was the first time I've ever heard of it. Someone at work brought it to my attention. But regardless, today, Cam Newton, we talked about him before on the channel. He's got some epic freeform locks. His name is Cameron Jarrell Newton, American football quarterback for the Carolina Panthers, National Football League. He played college football at Florida, and he was drafted for his first overall pick by the Panthers in 2011. He's born May 11th, 1989, age 30. So, I mean, let's see what we have talked about before on the past with Cam Newton. As you can see here, ooh, the color on my camera looks fantastic. I just woke up, don't mind my face. But anyways, his locks here just looking like they've been free-forming a ton. Now, as these grow out, this is the perfect sort of locks to create big, thick wicks that are flat and ribbon-like. And honestly, he's got only a few on his head, like probably less than 10 complete locks, once you account for all the congos that are in his head. So I mean, hair like this is probably a type 4C, can easily become matted up to freeform to end up like this. And normally all it takes is some patience, some dedication, and some cold water rinses. What an interesting photo. He cut out the top of his hat so he can wear this bucket hat with his locks sticking out the top. It really reminds me of visors. People rock the visors on their hair. But it doesn't look like his hair has grown a whole lot since last year, but it does show that there is a little bit of length happening here. And these being my favorite type of locks, mainly because they're so wild, they're doing what they want to do, they have a mind of their own. You can notice that a lot of them are flat like a hand, and even got like sort of like finger type attributes going on when you grow out from this. So he seems to really like to wear a headband and headgear in general. I'm surprised that it even fits underneath his helmet so easily. But I mean, as they get longer, I don't think that it's gonna fit underneath his helmet as well. They're actually really unique. And this look right here with the top cut out of the hat is actually quite amazing. You probably get some good reactions from people with that. But to me, it's just like, you know, he doesn't care what people think. He probably gets a good smile out of it. He's not worried. This is a very weird hairdo, but it seems to work. It's like a headscarf. Pushing his hair forward, kind of into like the weekend pose. That looks funny to me. It looks good. It looks good though. It looks good. Look at man, I love his attitude and his character there. Photos like this, we can really see some of his scalp, and we can see the new growth. And we know that healthy locks do have new growth visible. You want to avoid having your hair tightly maintained right down to the scalp all the time. It is detrimental to your locks, to your scalp. And I'm super stoked to see how long his locks can get. The thing is, I never really see football players with super long freeform locks. The only ones I can really think of, I don't know by name exactly, but I've seen a lot of really long, like twisted or interlocked dreads in the NFL game, but never really a long set of freeform locks. So, hopefully Cam can really show this progress from the shaved head to the long locks over the years. Hopefully he really sticks to it and lets them kind of get long enough to flop out the bottom of his helmet, like other footballers can. Like this dude here, who has really long interlocks that can come out the back of the helmet pretty easily. So essentially, if you're trying to get hair here like Cam Newton, you're gonna want to be able to just stick with it, because it's gonna take time. You're gonna want to let your hair just congo up, no separation whatsoever. Cold water. You can wash your hair with hot water, but just rinse it out after with the cold water, and it really helps to let those locks and the curls settle into those first stages of beginner dreads. This photo here actually looking, and then here we see his hair growing a bit more. So I'm gonna check his Instagram out hella fast. Maybe he's got something a little bit different going on over there on Instagram. Maybe, just maybe, yes he does. So if I make this smaller here with a tube here, what we can see now seems to be his hair is starting to drop a little bit. They're starting to mature and get long enough so they're not really sticking right on top of his head anymore. And I think this is the better spot right here for this. Right here, whatever. No matter where it goes. But yeah, they're definitely starting to fall down. Now his hair isn't on top, it's more on the sides, and it's not falling completely. You do see that there is a little bit of progress. But still not really too much length happening. His length and his growth seems to be pretty slow, although it does notice that they are thickening up over time. Kettlebell swings, he's serious about his training. Definitely needs to be on top of your game to be the best of your abilities. Here we see him with his typical headscarf going on here. I've honestly never seen any dreadhead rocking a headscarf like this. So like a really unique look he's got going on there. Drinking a Ting grapefruit soda. This stuff is amazing if you've never had it before. It's a Caribbean drink. And I just love the name of it too. Ting. I'm just drinking a Ting right now. Dress to impress with the suit, the bow tie and the glasses with the crazy hair. Reminds me of like a Don King. As a modern age Don King. Somehow he's fit his hair all the way up in this little bonnet hat too. He's got quite the, who's that? Ludacris? That's sick. Ludacris should grow some dreads in. So here in this photo, his hair is actually standing up a bit more, and this was from February. So his hair actually just started to drop more recently, like this month. So super interested to see where they go. And I like how he fits his hair into this hat here. Very classy. So, I mean, it shows that you can dress professional with freeform locks. We can actually see here that Cam does have a side taper on this going on around his sideburns and the side of his head, making the appearance, that they are maintained just a little bit. You can see him here enjoying the shave. Otherwise, this hair right here does get rather loose. It does get kind of frizzy and wild. It often locks up like last, so it's cool that he's getting it shaved. And he's actually becoming to have a weekend effect here on his locks, where all this front lock is starting to become one big dread. And I hope that does happen, because it will make for some serious set of locks for the years to come. You can see him here rocking the scooter. Back in December, his hair was still standing up, so It was at this point we now see a transformation happening from his hair standing up to falling down within the past 2 months. You know, and then September his hair was actually a lot different, where he almost had one big dread on the very top of his head, and now they've either separated or he's separated them into what he's got now. So really cool to see his progress on where he's become over the years.
Something like, oh, you just so nasty, you this, you that. Nah, you know, I was right there. You feel me? Check the receipt. You feel me? I saw it right here. Look like work.
Crazy.
This shit easy work, man. I'm not easy work. I'm so comfortable with being uncomfortable.
And, you know, and the thing is, you know, he's obviously working out a lot. So, you know, the dreads do get sweaty. And he's going to have to be on top of rinsing out that sweat. You don't actually have to wash your hair every time you sweat in it. Sometimes you can even just take like a wet rag and, you know, wipe down your roots, wipe down kind of the dreads and just remove some of that excess sweat if you don't feel like going through the whole washing process, because I know sometimes, depending on where you live, it can be hard to wash your hair in the middle of winter and let it air dry all day. So it's just a reminder, because even for myself, when I do things like hot yoga, you know, my dreads do get mad sweaty, and if I don't wipe it down after, which is sometimes I forget to, or whatever the reason is, you know, you can smell like sweat residue in there. So I always try to wipe it down. You can even wipe it down with water and like an essential oil to kind of get rid of it, and then replace it with a better smell after the fact. So let me know in the comments below what you think about this video, and who is your favorite NFL player with locks, especially freeform locks these days. You don't really see as many of them as the traditional interlocks or the twisted dreadlocks that are out there. And I always appreciate, you know, you guys stop by this channel, and I'm always interested in checking up on other people's dreadlocks like Cam Newton that we've discussed in the years in the past. So maybe even there's some people that I've talked about that I haven't made a return to since the first video, and it's always cool to be reminded about which dread reviews those are. That way I can get back to those videos. So I mean, I always want to hear your comments, your thoughts, your opinions, your love, your hate, your likes and dislikes, you know, peace, love, and your prosperity. So I'm gonna end this video here. Just a reminder to everybody that you know, here's my little motivation tip of the day. Minute of motivation is that we are born abundant. Abundance is within us. All you really have to do is look for it and believe that you have it, and you will be able to create more abundance in your life, whether you're looking for happiness, peace, tranquility, more wealth, more health. Just believe that you already have it and realize that it's within you, and you will achieve it. Another thing is that always remember that the universe is saying yes to everything. Whatever thought, whatever words that you put out into the universe, it will always answer yes. And for example, it's like if you wake up in the morning and you see yourself in the mirror and you say, oh man, I'm fat today, I look fat. The universe is saying yes, you are. You know, if you wake up in the morning and you say, oh, I'm ugly, it's saying yes. If you wake up and you say, oh man, I'm broke, I'm in debt, it's saying yes. If you wake up in the morning and you say, oh, my locks, they're hideous today, I gotta cut them, the universe is saying yes. But at the same time, if you wake up in the morning and you say, oh man, I'm beautiful, the universe is saying yes, you are. You wake up in the morning and you look at yourself and you say, man, I feel great today, I'm gonna be super productive, the universe is saying yes, you are. You know, so lastly, it's like if you go about your day and you say, you know, today I'm going to make a difference in the world and bring peace and love to people, the universe will be saying, yes, you will. So just remember that the universe is always answering yes to whatever thoughts you put out there, and monitor your thoughts on how you are talking to yourself, because, you know, you are right 100% of the time. So just make sure you're putting out the right energy out there to be your best self today and tomorrow. But I'm gonna sign off. I appreciate you guys stopping by this channel. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out, one love, and thank you very much. So until then, I'm gone. Adios.